Darcy Miller, suffered a horrific accident that would change her body and her life. In 2015, Darcy was at home doing basic yard work. She was also burning trash to clean up her yard when she found herself suddenly engulfed by the gas fumes. She was hospitalized for 3 weeks and underwent multiple surgeries to help get back the range of motion in her neck and arms. "It's had its major ups and downs," she told Fox 59. "It's a mental struggle. It's a physical struggle. Those lots of therapy. I was in a coma for 9 days," Miller said. The Indiana woman ended up suffering from severe burns all over her chest and her arms. After being treated and released at their local burn center, Darcy decided to head out for some much-needed fun and relaxation with her fiancé, Jason. They decided that a trip to the Indianapolis Zoo was in order, so off they went. While they headed over to the primate exhibit to observe the animals behind the glass. Luckily, a 12-year-old orangutan named Rocky happened to find her. The ape stared as the visitor from Greencastle, Indiana, roamed around his exhibit. Miller was burned by gas fumes while doing yard work, and her arms and chest were covered in bandages. After receiving her treatment at the nearby burn treatment center, she quickly realized that one of the orangutans was taking a very keen interest in her. He walked away from the group he was interacting with to come up to a secluded window. Curious, Darcy and Jason walked over to it. What happened next was definitely something magical. As soon as Darcy got close to the glass that kept the two from touching, the 12-year-old orangutan known as Rocky began to closely examine her bandages. He left the group he was interacting with and came over to a secluded window, Miller told CBS. "We went over to that window, and he immediately wanted to see everything I had going on. But curious, ape closely examined Miller's neck. He would lean back and then get close to the glass in order to get a better look. He wants you to show him," Costello said, as he take the incredible interaction. "That's crazy. He wants to see it." Darcy was happy to oblige the curious orangutan. She carefully peeled away her bandages to show Rocky the burns and scars on her arms. Rocky took an even bigger interest in her, pressing himself up closer to them through the glass and pointing at her chest and arms. As the primate kept up his interest, more and more people gathered around them to watch this amazing show, gasping as they watched every move. "Is this normal?" she asked. "Yeah, this is normal for Rocky," zookeeper standing nearby replied. The pair studied each other for 20 minutes before Costello started recording the interaction. He was pointing at everything, Miller said. "I was told he doesn't know sign language, but in my opinion, it was clear that he knew something. He was engulfed in everything I had going on. It had to be a fluke," Miller thought. She left the exhibit determined to pay Rocky one last visit before she left, just to be sure. Sure enough, as soon as she returned, Rocky met her at the window. "I've always seen videos of it happening, and it's never happened to me," Miller said. "I'd always say this isn't true. This isn't real. That's why I said I wanted to go back to see if he'd remember me, and he did. It was pretty amazing." Internet users read the video is garnered nearly 2.5 million views since it was posted on July 26, but the zoo wasn't entirely surprised by Rocky's behavior. "Our orangutans eagerly interact and communicate with people they know well, such as their caregivers," the zoo said in a statement. Rocky is a bit different. He regularly interacts with people. He may not know the exchange in the video is a great example of that. Zookeepers aren't sure what exactly was running through his mind at the time, but they can tell he was trying to communicate. The officials said that Rocky shows a clear sense of urgency in the video as he gestures toward Miller's injuries. His behavior demonstrates strong interest and concern, the zoo added. There is no doubt that this was an important interaction for him, and his gestures to the woman clearly communicate that. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.